No, he doesn't.
We're
It's
playing D&D.
he's already ruined.
Yeah, we're playing D&D.
Hey, at least he's not saying League of Legends.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you're teaching him about D&D right now? I love that.
Yeah, we read them all like a little. There's like kids books.
I was so mad.
I know, you and me both. Again, that would have been a bad day in geography class too.
All right, so let's do a recap. What happened last time?
Oh gosh, did I post the notes?
Artemis went to Westbridge. Nothing happened there,
Nothing happened.
but he did walk out pretty vindicated. Everybody was very nice. Nothing bad happened. Yeah. That's what I remember.
Nothing bad at all.
We recruited some goons. Experts at gooning.
Mm-hmm.
Goon? You had a goon session?
Yeah. I've got
Some
goons,
hired
I've got
goons?
flunkies, I've got lackeys, I've got henchmen. What do you need?
All of them.
There you go.
Okay,
I've got
but did
gadgets
you-
and gizmos
can-
aplenty. And then we got
Can you
teleported.
call in the clowns?
We got teleported over to, speaking of calling in the clowns, got teleported back with the party, and collectively I think we all headed off to Vale of Dancing Waters to get back to Belsimer and get ready for the siege.
Beautiful. And that's where we left off. So so we start in the Vale of Dancing Waters. Actually, let me bring you to this Belsimer map. Let's do that.
Oh, it's been a while since we've seen this.
Yeah, right?
I still have
Um,
images of it in my dreams, though.
So, you all are in the Vale of Dancing Waters, where all of your allies have gathered, who you've sent here. So we have. Let's go through a quick list of who we got. You have the archers from the Grey Wolf tribe, who you helped in the woods fight the Shadowfell monsters. You have Valklandar's giant mechs, the cadaver collectors with all the spikes on their backs. There's a handful of those here to help. You have the Smashy mechs. So you got two different brands of mechs. Those ones created by the gnomes that are especially good at fighting Illithid. You have stone giants who have gathered here, as well as the Knights of Samular. All gathered, and the Orgy Dwarves, of course, who have offered their healing.
Touch. Their healing touch.
Their healing touch. Their sexy healing touch. So you all are gathered here in the Vale of Dancing Waters, preparing for your battle. You also have, I don't know who has it in their possession, but one of you has, probably John, the map of the Temple of the Primordial, which you got from the Drow rebels who wanted John to come and be their leader, marry their queen. Not be their leader, I guess. They're a matriarchal society, but at least
John's not a
offspring
bad
with their
fuck
queen.
boy.
Yeah, exactly.
You're the first gentleman.
No, not even. At best, I'm a consort.
The new footstool.
I gotta
Um,
work my way up to that position.
So you're preparing for battle. You are outside the city of Belsimer. The city, from what you are told, seems quiet. But those elemental gems are continuing to emit energy from the four corners of the city, and the torrents, the elemental torrents outside continue to rage. It seems like whatever is happening is close to reaching its climax. So, what is it you would like to do as you gather and prepare for this upcoming battle?
Oh, Ryan disconnected. I didn't see that.
I would start talking to the Knights of Samlar and just kind of try to give them as best of a description as I can of how the mind flayers work, as far as I know. Lots of warnings about don't let them suck your brain out, and don't let the brain dogs jump into your brain, and just doing a really kind of uneven job of explaining how to protect themselves while also trying not to freak them out, but doing a bad job at not freaking them out.
They're simultaneously like grateful for your information and listening intently, but then like doing their best to maintain their composure as they do become quite terrified of the upcoming battle.
Like I keep going back to and just kind of shrank and then just crawled into my head. It was very weird. Like I just keep rounding back to to how awful it felt and how strange it was.
God, is there anything we can do to prevent this?
No, at that point it's hopeless. But if you don't let them get close to you and try and take them out from range, you might be safe. But yeah, if they're like right up on you, yeah, they're inside your skull by that point. It's already doomed. But if you avoid that, it should be fine.
Brain, how are you here right now?
They brought me back to life. It was hard. Wasn't easy.
So could they do that for us if it happens to me?
I think so. I think maybe probably yes, maybe probably.
You'd see Artemis. You'd see Artemis behind the group, like shooting you a look and like lift up his hand, sort of do a sort of motion.
God.
But that's why we're going to try and have at least one other groups of robots trying to take care of them as much as possible. So we didn't worry about the drow and the cultists and the what else is awful down here?
Everything?
Yeah,
Yes,
the everything.
Yes. And actually, there is a way to protect against them, but the robots are a good idea, you're right. If we had just a bunch of priests cast protection from even good on whoever will be dealing with the intellect devourers, that should help quite nicely.
Me first. I didn't know that was a thing. Me first.
This does sound, useful.
Yeah, I found that out later. After you, yeah.
Hey, we don't have to worry about it this time.
Precisely.
The
Confused after what?
So you speak. Is this a spell that you have, or are you talking about the orgy dwarves?
I have it because I took it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure generic priests would have it.
Yeah, and you ask them about it, and they say, "Yeah, we do have this one, but problem is it only lasts about 10 minutes, and it wasn't part of the deal that we're going to this fight with you. We'll give you all the healing. We'll give you some potions and what we can, but
True.
we're not going out there. I mean, that's
fair.
Did you hear what
I
he
think
said about the tentacles going in your brain?
Yes.
I think Artemis
That's
would
not
walk
all
by.
they do.
I think Artemis would walk by with the ledger and like without looking up from it and like not stopping, he just goes by. Or he just walks by going, "Don't have enough powdered silver and iron. No to go."
But I don't need any of that.
You don't.
I don't.
But also, they do a lot more weird things than just, tentacles going into brains. Did you know they have,
Okay.
like, pet dogs that are brains?
Oh yeah, I was telling them all about that. How like they just kind of like just zoom into your head, and it's the worst. I just turned to go the worst. But yeah, don't worry. We'll just have the robots up front. It'll be fine. The worst.
Definitely the worst. You see little brains on legs? You get the fuck away from them.
Okay. Yes, I think I would do that anyway.
There's like a group of soldiers who are like, well, if they go in through your ears, can we wear helmets? And Artemis walks by. Don't have them. Can't afford them.
He's just like doing the logistics of like the entire siege.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's on the budget. Can't do it.
I mean, there's nothing like just lying around. I'm sure there's stuff lying around here.
Hello?
Hello.
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 Sorry,
Hello.
guys. Get up and
He's
reset
almost,
it and shit.
he's almost home. Like
No
five-
worries.
5 minutes.
Take your time. We're just dicking around.
Yep. Per usual.
Mhm.
You guys do a recap already?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. We're
Okay.
just gathered in the Vale of Dancing Waters with all of the allies preparing for the battle, talking about what's to come.
I
So-
think Artemis would probably have like try to gather up the various like leaders of this whole enchilada. Like we've got
Of each faction or whatnot.
Oscar. Yeah, we got Oscar's dad or Oscar and all that, and has them gathered all around. And he's got like his dragon chessboard out, and he's got his various game pieces representing everything, and like going over like, okay, we go here. Robots coming from this side, like trying to come up
Okay,
with a
so-
strategy.
So you've gathered all the leaders, and you do have that map of the temple. So I'm actually going to show you that map now.
Ah.
Oh, the
as
one
we're
from
gonna
the
go
drow.
there. Yes, this is the one that the drow gave you. So let's move on to this map.
Ah.
Ah.
Ooh.
A little makeshift. I
Hey!
did this quickly.
I know this map.
Yeah. Well, now it's a temple.
Yeah.
So there's this kind of fortified temple on a large hill in the middle of the city, surrounded by a moat. Right? And here is the map of this temple. You'll notice at the bottom, I put little tokens for each of the different allies that you
Oh,
have.
cool.
Oh.
And you can kind of plan out your plan of attack. But this is where we will actually kind of abstractly have that big battle happen on this map.
okay.
I won't show you where the enemies are yet until you go out there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay,
you
so-
can kind of think about what your plan is. So there's this big moat all the way around. There's up on the top, kind of left here, is where there's a path that crosses the moat. You notice that there is kind of above that, up here, I'll ping right up here. There is a little overlook along the path, and the path winds all around the temple.
Mm-hmm.
The temple is like heavily fortified and walled. If you come over here, this is where the actual entrance to the temple is. There's a little drawbridge right over here. But you'll see there's walls all around. Also, they pointed out to you up here in this building is where the passage down into the the ruins, the kind of basement layer of the original temple is where the master gem. So you can actually see I put this arrow over here too. It's in like the inside of that building here.
Ooh. Okay.
There's some stairs that go down, and that leads down to where the master gem is. So you have these like floor plans of the actual temple. We're going to kind of, once you get into this fight, I'll just tell you now as you're kind of thinking about how you want to prepare. We're going to treat it like a skills challenge. and you are going to be making checks with the different allies that you have, as well as you could use your own skills and abilities as well to try to overcome some of the challenges. You'll notice if you click on these guys down at the bottom. Oops. Do you see these little? Am I bringing you
Mhm.
there?
Yeah.
Hey.
Mhm.
If you click on one of them, can you see the numbers, like the green and the blue numbers?
No.
I
No.
do not. I see a green bar over them, but I don't see any
It's
numbers.
not
We're
letting
not.
you
I
click
don't think
it.
we're able to click on them.
Yeah.
I'm set.
Are they on? Are they on?
Here, let me try to change that.
Oh, and I guess we have B team helping us too.
You
Yeah.
do have B team. Try to fix this real quick.
Vivian is so fucking cute. Fuck. Ryan, you don't need beer.
I disagree.
Go
Get
and
out of
listen to
there.
her.
It's too late. He already went.
Listen, I'm sick and I'll still have a cocktail.
All right, I think now.
Okay. Yeah, we're able to click on the stone giants.
Let me see.
I'm able to click on all of
Oh,
them
yeah.
except for the
The
knights, and they
yeah,
all.
okay. So if you click on them, you should see there's like a green number above them
Okay.
and a blue number.
Yeah.
Right. So the blue number is what you'll add to a d20 roll when you make a skills check,
Got it.
and the green number is like how many units there are remaining of that. We're gonna start with just 4 of each.
Okay.
And as they fail skills challenges, which will be made when they kind of fight the enemy, that number is going to go down, that green number.
Mm.
I'll tell you when they're going against enemies. I mean, you don't really know what you're up against yet because you just have the floor plan. But once you kind of see what you're up against, you'll be able to see like what the DC of different enemies will be. There will be pluses or minuses based on the circumstance. So like if they're fighting an enemy who's in a fortified position, there's going to be a bonus to that enemy's DC to beat. If they have some sort of advantage against them, like if they're specially suited to fight that enemy, there might be a bonus to their roll. And that's how we're going to kind of play out this battle.
Okay. I like this. This is great, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this.
Cool.
I can't see
we
it
can
yet,
also,
but I like it too.
I'm agreeing with they said, like kind of like Ryan, and I swear I heard everything you said, but I did.
Don't worry, I took
I'm
notes.
listening. I heard it all.
Once we do
but it's-
once we do it, it'll make sense.
Yeah, once we
I
get
know it's
started,
still
it'll make
challenge,
sense.
and yeah, I got the idea. You know what I mean? Like it's just, man, I'm
I
not.
don't want to ruin the game, but Eric, can we scout ahead? Is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope you do.
Okay.
You can make
I've
scouting
got
ahead
Orpheus.
part of the skills challenge. Okay, you make a check for scouting ahead.
Okay.
Bitch, I got Orpheus. I'm sending him in. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I guess.
I have invocations for this shit.
Okay, we
Think
can
of
do
that too.
that too.
Okay. I'm just messing with these other things so that you'll be able to see them. So yeah, get these ones. So you're gathered with the other leaders. You have stone giants with you. You have the Valklandar mechs, the Smashy mechs,
Mhm.
the Grey Wolf tribe, archers, and the Knights of Samular.
Since giants are giant, is 4 units of giants like 4 giants or like 4 groups of
Yeah, it's maybe like
4
8 giants. maybe like it's something like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine that there's like 20 giants or something. So
No, yeah. But there's there's probably 30 archers, so
Yeah.
the numbers,
So-
the green numbers are we're gonna call them units.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
a fighting
Yeah.
force.
Yeah.
I got it. We're playing Warhammer now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm asking more
Yeah.
for like I guess
Um,
visualization.
Everyone, pull out your tape measures.
Tape measure? No, you get the little laser sight thing.
No, come on, dude. If you,
I have a tape measure.
I'm talking like your little string tape measure where you only need to know exactly.
See, if you have like the normal tape measure, then when you lose, you can start just hitting people with it to get start breaking their figures with the tape measure. I've never played Warhammer, so I don't know if that's how it goes or not.
It's I've watched people play it at certain stores, and they literally all have like one of those cloth little tape measures for measuring out the 6 inches a character can move.
Oh jeez.
It reminds me a lot of like very complicated billiards.
Except you don't have to have skill.
You do need money.
Well,
and
not
paint.
yes, money, but money doesn't equate skill.
Anyway, I wonder if like, I think I feel like I kind of want to hold off on doing this until Ryan's here, so he can like have input on this. I feel like this is something
Yeah.
everybody should be here for.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm
Palooza
waiting
be
for, basically.
into this. Yeah, I don't know if Palooza
I'm
be into
almost
this, but
here.
like I want Ryan to be here. So
He is in the house. I don't know what he's doing.
I'm
Okay.
coming.
Cool.
I don't know your
Mommy!
Roll20 password,
Well-
so I'm sorry.
gross.
I don't either.
God damn it.
Okay,
While
while
we
I
wait,
wait.
Saplin's gonna go to Agony and just like he's gonna, hey Agony,
Yeah.
how did you find us with the sending spell? Like, because we're moving from like the forest to the town, and we're kind of moving the whole time. How'd you like find us with the sending spell?
Well, you see, Sablin, I actually am psychic.
Oh,
Just kidding. Sending just automatically knows where you are. I don't know where you are.
oh, I guess that makes sense because you know what we look like, and you've been around us, so you probably just need to know what we look like, right?
I don't know if how exactly it works. It's like I just think of the person and then I, do the spell, send the message, and the weave just finds them because everyone's connected to the weave. So
I mean, it can't be that simple because I mean, if it was that simple, I could have just asked you to send a sending to Kellis like weeks and weeks ago. Oh god, you could have just done that, haven't you?
No, because I don't know Kellis personally, so
Oh.
I couldn't have sent one to her.
Gotcha. Okay.
I believe that's.
Is that how it works? I mean, you know more about it than I do.
A creature with which you are familiar. So I don't think sending works if it's someone just tells you about the person.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless the person who controls magic in the world like said otherwise or something.
Mistra, yes. I would have to
Okay,
somehow
I'm here.
give you this like ascending scroll of some sort.
Hmm.
You would have to cast ascending, because you.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
Ryan's here.
Cool. I'm also gonna add in
Time bought.
I don't see Josh in the game.
I don't either.
I'm in the game. What are you talking about? I'm in the game.
It isn't.
I don't see you in
He's
there
in the
either.
shadows.
Weird.
Let's refresh.
This happened.
Refresh.
This
What?
happened the other day. This happened another time too.
You refresh and now you're gone forever. Oh, no, you're gone forever.
I'm refresh. Now I'll refresh.
You have to like click join voice and video to see whoever is actually showing the camera. Because we're showing the camera.
Alright.
So that's why I couldn't see camera the last couple times. I haven't clicking that. Forgot that was a step.
Yeah, I was looking it up when we were playing SWAD. We couldn't see each other's camera at all, and it kept like looking up what the problem is, and it kept saying
Right.
you have to click join voice and video, but it didn't even have that option, so
Right.
it wasn't working. I don't know why that option was gone. So
I blame Josh.
That's fair.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
there's
I
probably
accept
some
responsibility.
It's probably some kind of setting in game that you need to change for like the new camera mode or some shit. I don't know. Something.
I can't play music anymore, by the way. The bots don't work on Discord.
I will.
No.
I'm going to have my headset on while we finish getting all those preparations done. I have to go take a dog outside real quick.
Cool.
Palouse is going to go to each member of the group, and he's going to say, "Who should I start with?" Chamberlain.
Oh, yeah.
We might die out here.
Yeah, it's happened to me before. I don't recommend it. I hope it doesn't happen again.
That's right. Yeah, don't do that again. But I just want to say, if I do die, or if you die, I valued your friendship.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Palouse. I've valued your friendship these past few 10 days as well. Has it only been a few 10 days? I feel like it's been years.
It feels like it's been years, for sure. Remember that time you were with that orc, and you had trauma?
Yeah, the trauma was pretty bad.
Yeah,
Thank you for bringing it up.
yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know, I brought that up.
It's alright. Remember the time you ate all that wood? It was great. Wait,
Yeah.
was it there for that? No, I think I was in the Feywild during that. I heard about it, though. It was pretty cool.
I still have wood chips coming out my colon. It's the worst.
That sounds like the worst thing I could. That sounds worse than dying, having splinters.
I'm gonna
just
give
out
him a
that
hug.
in. I hug him back. I'm sorry about your splinters, bro. That sounds like the worst.
I'm sorry about the travel with the orc.
Yeah, that sucked too.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Hug-
keep bringing it up.
It's all right. It's all right. You might want to get the splinter thing checked out. It's been a while. This should have all been gone by now.
I'll probably die before it really takes root, you know?
Internal bleeding is a very serious thing to watch out for.
Okay. I go to Agony. Agony,
Yes, Palouse?
we might die.
Quite possibly.
I just want to say that out of everybody in the group, you're the most special to me.
Well, you as well.
And I want to say that, things happen, but I think we've grown. And
I just hug him.
okay, I hug her back. And I love you.
I love you too, Palouse.
And then I give her a nice little kiss on the top of her head. And then I go to Artemis. Artemis,
If you kiss me on the top of the head, I will punch you.
we could die.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say that
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry that we doubted you. You've been nothing but an ally to us. And I'm not just talking for the group. You've been an ally to me. I consider you a part of our, my family. I lost my pack. This is my pack now. And you are part of our pack and my pack. You're part of my family.
You know, Palouse, it's only been a couple of 10 days, but I feel like I've known you for years.
I agree. I give him a hug. I go in for a hug.
All that trauma?
What's that?
Do not hug me. Do not hug me. Do not hug. Oh, God. Do not hug me. Oh, God, it's happening. Come here. There, hug. There you go. Okay, you get 2 pats on the back. Now run along. I'm planning stuff here.
Okay. I go to John.
I'll smell
You
it
see
for
him
weeks.
frantically getting as many things that explode together at once.
John, we could die.
He just looks at you, nods his head, and goes, "It's okay, man," and goes right back to work.
I always loved that guy. I think I'm just gonna. This is gonna be it. Okay, yeah, that's Sorry, I just wanted to do that before we kill ourselves.
And then as you're walking out the door, he goes, "By the way, if you survive, I'm giving you a haircut."
I will enjoy that haircut. I look forward to it.
He laughs as you walk out the door officially. He goes, and he whispers, "He doesn't realize I'm gonna shave him."
You're gonna shave him bald, aren't you?
Oh yeah, like a chihuahua.
I mean, that doesn't sound so bad. I'm bald. I don't have any hair.
But you're not supposed to.
Scales,
not anymore.
And if you shaved all your scales off, I'm sure that would hurt terribly. Well, actually,
Oh,
scales are different than
die.
fur. Way different than fur. So it's not
I
even a
would
close
die.
comparison. I'm sorry I made that comparison. It's probably terrible to
Hey,
think about.
Sablin, you remember that? You remember that time
Agony,
you
don't
told
be
us that
racist.
story about those people from your
Also-
tribe who were like horribly mutilated and tortured, and you had all that trauma?
Oh yeah, I
Also,
remember that
would
trauma.
use I would use a fish.
Yeah, would they
descaler.
flayed the scales off their hide?
Oh yeah, they had me help with that. It was really bad.
Yeah.
I don't like remembering it.
Yeah,
A fish descaler. That's what I would use.
I bet it'd be real weird if somebody brought that up again.
Oh yeah, good times.
Yeah.
Wait,
Good
Sablin,
times.
random question. Do like scales like fall off on their own if they're like old and then they regrow?
Do you shed?
I mean, every once in a while, I try and take care of that in private
Maybe more
because it's a
molten.
kind of a whole process. I scratch at a dry scale towards the back of my head. Like,
About to say, like, this explains that week when Sablin would come out of his room. It was super irritated and uncomfortable. Just rubbing up against everything.
yeah, after I'm
And
done
then
with this,
we-
I'm probably need to do just a full, top to bottom, just descaling, shedding.
Walk into a room and
Sounds
we
like-
find a whole little
But it sounds like we need to go
snake
back
skin.
to the bathhouse.
Yeah, that bathhouse was really nice. Like, we really should go back there. It's been so long. Like, I remember, we all went there, all of us, and Hallett. We forgot Hallandor. It's been weeks. He's probably so pruned up right now. You guys prune up, right? I heard you guys prune up when you were in the bath for too long.
Wait, who the hell is Hallandor?
I'm pretty sure that you like just
We,
die if
we
you're
cut to
water
the
that long.
bathhouse with Hallador sitting in it. That's what everybody asks. Everyone asks who is Hallandor, not how is Hallandor.
And no one really cares where is Hallandor.
I
Eric,
care.
Did you get
He's so
Hallandor?
pruny right now.
Eric, did you
I
get him?
Our Discord chat history with me and him does no longer exist. So I do not know how to
Oh.
find him. He's gone forever.
I could
It's
find
been
him.
so long, the man could be dead for all we know. I mean,
He's sitting under a bridge.
you really want to?
scooping the last bean out of his can. He gets a buzz on his phone. Princess of the Apocalypse. That's a lifetime ago.
Do you really want to go to? Do you really want to go to the man and tell him like, "Hey, you remember that incident 7 years ago? Yeah, we're still playing that. We're only level 9.
No, maybe I could track him down on roll 20. I didn't look there, but
Oh, possibly, I guess.
He probably doesn't go on anymore. I mean,
no,
who knows?
probably not. All right. So you're getting ready for this big fight.
Yeah.
Artemis, you said you wanted to send Orpheus out to do some recon.
Yeah. He's got Orpheus there. He's giving him like a little tiny bandana, a little tiny cigarette, some camouflage paint.
Oh yeah.
John
Oh,
just
God.
is
You always
watching
get me
you
to do
doing
the
all
dirty
this
work.
and goes, "You do realize that is the most conspicuous bird I have ever seen, right?"
Well, that's why he can turn invisible.
And then he just turns invisible right before your eyes.
Nope, still stands out. You know, the little trail of smoke from the cigarette. That you know what I mean?
Damn! And you see like the sparks of the cigarette as he puts it out.
Look, it'll be fine. Anyway, okay.
That's not bad. Now see, now
Alright,
you
now-
he's still there, right?
Without a cigarette, how's he going to steady his aim?
True.
Anyway, listen. Point is, I want you to go scout out that temple. Tell us what sort of horrible who's and what's that's waiting for us. You don't need to go digging around inside necessarily. Let's give us the bird's eye view.
All right. I'm on it, boss.
All right.
So he takes off. He heads out to the temple. It
Wait.
takes a while because it's a pretty big city, and
Mhm.
so it takes him a while to get out there and get back. As he's doing this, you do notice that like the energy in these stones around the city is really starting to like get violent since you last were here. It's like clearly these stones are like strained with the elemental energy that's like coursing through them. That whatever energy is being channeled through the master gem into these stones based on like your understanding of what's happening has reached a much more powerful level since you last were in Belsimer. So
24 hours.
Orpheus returns and he goes, "Oh shit, boss, there was a lot of them. So let me show you." And he comes over to the map and he starts pointing at different areas. And he goes, "Well, first thing, there were a bunch of those tentacle guys." And he points out a couple spots. He goes, "I saw them set up on the towers." And he points to a couple towers, and I'm gonna make them visible on the map here.
Fun.
And he goes, so there were some of those guys set up on the towers. And then there was a bunch of the dark elves, like this guy, and he points over at John. And he points out where those are, also kind of set up around the towers. Sorry, I'm just making all these visible. You guys can see these tokens on the map as I'm putting them in?
Yep.
Okay, great. He goes, and then some of the, like, those real strong ones of those guys that we fought, they were kind of guarding, it seems like, in the middle. So that's what, most of what I saw, but
Were there any
there were also
cultists around?
yeah, strangely, there also seemed to be some of those guys we fought way back when with the big like stone armor and the ones that like rode those monsters that dig in the ground. Those guys seem to be set up around there too. So there were some of those big kind of armor guys right at the drawbridge. I'll make those guys visible.
Did Helena side with the mind flayers?
Did they look like they were
Did
being
you get
mind
captured by the
controlled?
mind flayers?
I mean, it was kind of hard to tell that from just flying above them.
I guess so. You're right.
But yeah, it looked like there were some of their spellcasters. There were some of those warriors. There were some of those kind of monsters that dig underground. But that's all I saw, and he's kind of pointed out now everything on the map. So you'll see there's some drow set up around. There are the mind flayers. There are some stone elemental soldiers, all kind of set up around. Now, as you're kind of thinking about your plan and thinking about what are the better or worse enemies to go against, if you click on any of these guys, you can see there's same thing. There's a blue number and a green number. The blue number is the DC you're going to need to beat when you do the skills challenge to like take out one of their units. And the green number is how many units they have of each of those set up around.
Oh my goodness.
Now, again, you can have advantage against these if you like get in an advantageous position. Also, I put A team and B team on the map down here. Oh wait, I actually put them on the map. I haven't put them on here yet. me do this. A team and B team. There's an A and B symbol down there. That's A team and B team.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will give a bonus to whatever unit you're fighting with.
Oh.
So you can see that's a little blue number up
Gotcha.
there too if you click on it.
Okay.
So I wouldn't worry too much about the numbers. I don't want this to get too war gamey. I'd rather you think about
Yeah.
where you want to go, who you want to fight, and
Yeah.
and we'll kind of make it a dramatic skills challenge. You can also spend resources to up your bonus. If you explain to me like why they're in an advantageous position, I'll kind of change the DCs or give you bonuses. So this is kind of a baseline to go off of like who's attacking who and how hard it'll be, and then we can kind of negotiate it through the story of like what's actually happening in this fight.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to turn this to turn into Warhammer number crunching. But I wanted to have kind of a base idea of how I'm going to rule these things, and I wanted to make that kind of transparent to you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can make informed decisions, tactical decisions, but you don't need to get too crazy about it.
Quick question about the elevation of the layout. I assume that this
Yeah.
right here is like that's a cliff. I assume.
Yes, absolutely. So your kind of lowest point is where you come in across. Let me use the ruler. So here, like coming in across, is the lowest point, and then this path. Can you guys see my arrow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you go along the path, you're like climbing up, right?
Okay.
So
Got
up
it.
here, where this drow is
And on the incline.
significantly higher above. So that'd be like kind of they can shoot down arrows upon that person. Same thing with this mind flare on top of this tower. They're like significantly higher up there. So for example, if you were fighting from down here to up here, that's going to be a harder DC than if you like somehow get up here and are fighting next to them.
Yeah.
How far? Okay, the moat. Like how long? Like how wide is it?
On here, it's like 20 feet.
20 feet. Let me look at some spells real quick on Ziggus.
Do we have any
first-
air support?
Air
Good
support.
question.
Speaking of air
Yeah, we
support,
could like we have plenty of air support. Yeah, do we have any allies that fly?
Well, I mean, isn't Irisi going to show up anytime soon?
I mean, she
Anytime.
won't. I don't think she's gonna be our
Anytime.
ally though.
Well, obviously, but that's what I
Look-
mean. They're going to show up, and probably be sieging at the same time we are. Who knows?
That's true actually. Like them taking some heat off of us only benefits us up to the point of when we're inside and they come in behind us. But still, that will take some heat off of us from like all the mind flayer stuff. So that's a good point.
This is just like War of Imperium. Only Susan's gonna know what that means.
Yep.
Yeah.
How-
So
Oh, good.
So you do believe that at some point, Irisi and the fire cult are gonna show up. The air and the fire cults are gonna show up. There's no sign of them yet. But that was the indication that was given to you. I will say that you can, as I mentioned earlier, you can tell that whatever's happening currently is putting a strain on these elemental gems. So you could wait and see if
We'll show
if
up.
they show up and they fight this fight, and you can kind of like let them take on the take some heat.
No, we gotta get
Well,
the Master of
waiting.
Emerald.
But you'd have to wait a bit, so you know that's a risk.
We gotta get the
What'll
Master
happen while
Emerald.
you wait.
We gotta protect it.
Well, it would also be awful if we're there in the middle of sieging the temple, and then they show up from behind and fucks up.
Well, we can sit around and plan for all that and worry about it all. But if we don't know that they will do that, so all we can really do is make sure that whatever plan we do come up with to deal with this has some sort of wiggle room. So as long as wiggle room, that's about the best we can do. Okay, let's take a look here. Quick question: the Grey Wolf tribe, are they?
You're cutting off a bit, Josh.
Not again.
The Grey Wolf tribe, are they archers?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I kind of used a druid picture, but they're archers. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
There's maybe a couple druids with them.
Ah.
If you want there to be some druids, they had druids. That could have been part of your deal.
Yeah.
It's mostly archers, but we'll say there's a few druids that are there to like support them.
Also, I'm looking at the spell list I have on Ziggus, and they have Stone Shape, which can make a door through any of these walls, if like the door's not too thick. And they also have Fly and Polymorph, so we got some utility options there. And Dimension Door too.
Yeah, I have a feeling like A team and B team I don't think has any problem getting into two per se. It's a question dealing with the ramifications of that. To my point, which actually brings me to my first point. This right here, the path. This is going to be a nightmare if we don't deal with attacks raining down from above. My inclination is get either us or B team over here dealing with these tentacle faces.
Could the stone
That seem
giants
reasonable?
give us a little lift up over that cliff?
They could toss us,
Possibly, or we
cast
could just come in.
Fly.
Yeah, or we just come in from above. I think that might be the better play. I don't know. That's my theory. Because what I'm thinking is stone giants start working on this thing, hurl rocks at it, all the way down here.
I could polymorph someone into a giant.
If we had a good
Quetzalcoatl.
way of getting, if we how I assume the Smashies are quite big and cumbersome.
Are they
They're
bigger,
not.
bigger than
they're
regular
not the-
Smashy? But are they the same as regular Smashy?
I think they're about the same as regular Smashy. They're not. The big cumbersome mechs are the Valklandar mechs, right? Those are like
Right,
the really
right.
large, big ones. The Smashies are like smaller, kind of like combat units, like smaller, specifically Illithid combat units, right? They're designed to fight Illithids.
Yeah, exactly. If we could get like I don't know how well we could get Smashies to Illithids.
Like, what keeps coming to my mind is
could we have-
somehow
Okay, so-
fording the moat here to get to the drawbridge ASAP, to get the Smashies and Valgandars up onto the parapets with the Mind Flayers as soon as possible.
My thought is also to take my stone giant friends and rain down boom booms on the Illithids by throwing them with really, really big guys, throwing the explosives at the Illithids. / making holes in the wall, hopefully, to more easily raid.
How deep is the moat?
Doesn't say on this battle plan, but
What's it say in your head?
you would assume that it's deep enough that you'd have to swim, because that's the whole point of a moat, right? You can't just walk
Yeah.
across. Like a normal human size couldn't just like wade across it.
Yeah.
But could a robot or a giant?
A giant? That's a good question.
Can a
Well,
giant
well
just
done.
lay across it and everyone else go across his back?
That's what
So
I
how
was
big
thinking.
are these giants?
Yeah, how tall are they? And you said the moat's about like 20
Let me
feet
see
wide,
let me
30
see
feet
if these
wide?
are stone giants large, or are they?
Stone giants are like.
Can I
think
say
they're huge.
Palouse has an
I
eye
think all that
patch?
They're huge. Let's see.
Can I say
Oh
police
yeah, they're
lost his eye?
huge.
No.
No, because it would also fuck with his depth perception and give him disadvantage on attacks.
Says who?
How
It fucks
tall
up
are
all
huge
the art. I mean,
creatures?
and that too.
Well, then we started
I-
selling the updated merch.
How tall are
like
huge creatures?
punished police.
Usually like
Punish police.
or like huge creatures usually between 15 to 20 feet tall. Usually. I think.
Okay. So yeah, you think maybe like some of the narrower parts of the river,
Moat.
the moat. Thank you. they could get across. Let me see.
Or we
I
could
look
get a
at the
really
moat.
big rock.
Yeah, like over here maybe. Maybe over here.
How much weight can a hill giant carry?
Stone giant?
A lot.
Stone giant.
Stone giant. Whatever
Stone
this
giant?
giant is.
Carry
Even
a
more
lot.
than a
A
hill
lot.
giant.
Where do we get more giants? That's the big question.
Yeah, I wanted this to be like Attack on Titan.
Are they all naked?
No.
With
No,
those
they're
weird
clo-
fucking creepy faces?
No.
Could
Okay.
we take the wall off one of the
Okay.
like buildings on the way here and lay that down over the moat?
Team,
Hmm.
what about this? We're thinking about how we want to do this. What if we have the giants take the town and push it somewhere else? Just kidding. I'm just out of bed. What if we take a rock and put it inside the moat? And then we use that to cross rather than coming from a pigeonhole in this one area. Because if we go through the one area, that's where they want, and then they could shoot arrows at us and boop, 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 and that'd be that's crazy. What if we try to go the
Why
most
would the
direct
pigeons
route?
shoot at us?
Listen, you're not listening to me. We gotta get directly to the access to that one little area in the south there. You see that? Yep. Yep.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you,
Lucy,
Agony.
How
for
much
pointing that
weight
out.
can an African swallow carry? Are we
What's
talking
in
about one
Africa?
coconut?
If
Two
each of the
coconuts?
stone giants carries a giant rock, we could put it into the moat, create a bridge, and get backhand access.
Are there?
I
Rocks
think
big
they
enough
would
for Ender to
notice
use?
this. I also feel like they would notice us doing this.
They would definitely see us coming. They have
We
a
could be too.
huge vantage point.
There's no element of surprise when giant rocks
also
blocking off
assume
water is
I
involved.
also assume that here is a climb. Like,
Mhm.
once you cross the moat, it's a climb to get up here.
Oh,
Whereas over by this, entrance, it's not. It's flush with the moat.
I've
it's
seen
a
enough
hill.
Lord of the Rings to know that we could get ladders and then ladders.
No, see, if we're going Lord of the Rings, we just need some orcs that don't mind dying and run at it with explosives.
That could work too.
So the gnomes that are the gnome leader who's with you says, "Oh yeah, we got ladders.
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 Yeah, we got
We have
we got a
ladders.
lot of gadgets and gizmos. If you got, if
How
you
many more boom booms do
think
you
of
have?
something that you'd like?
Do we have trebuchets
Explosives.
by chance?
Explosives? Yeah, we have explosives.
Do you have any
I don't think
trebuchets?
so, but the Smashies can throw things pretty far.
That's
Point me in
true.
the direction of your explosives expert, and me and him are going to have
The
some.
the giants. We also good at throwing things.
See? My idea.
Paloosa, I only have one question about your plan.
That's too
How
many
the-
questions.
How the hell do you spell? How the hells do you spell trebuchet?
Trebucget.
It's gnomish.
Ah,
Trebuchet.
fancy pants, Rich McGnome over here.
Sablin, I don't even know how to spell your
I
name.
speak too many languages.
I can't even pronounce your name correct. It used to be Sabellin, but
I mean, that's just a different dialect. Not from up north.
it's okay. People used to call me Payloose. I like some cheap whore.
I knew
Sorry.
you were a
I'm
cheap.
derailing
I
things.
thought it was a sandal store.
Somebody guide me! Guide me! Artemis! Say something plan.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm. Hold on. I got an idea here. Let me just make my line tool a little bit thicker. Need it nice and thick. Okay, so here's the idea. All right, so the Titan comes along here. Okay, then we're gonna loop back around and hit him like this. Bam. No, get out of here, John Madden.
Oh.
All right.
We deleted a unit.
It deleted some units.
Oh no! That's how we
Undo,
win!
Undo. Does undo work?
We just delete the units.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad at me.
Oh god,
We did it. We did it.
Stop
You're
it.
a problem.
Oh, I guess there's no mind flare on that tower.
I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't know I could do that.
Wait, you were doing it. You had it.
Oh no, I had it. No,
I am God.
I did too many undos.
Oh no.
Sorry.
It's alright, I'll bring it back.
Oh,
There's
I'm gonna
like
make some
a-
backup copies on the side.
Good idea.
oh gosh.
Okay. I'll bring them back. Continue with your plan.
Okay. All right. So here's my idea. Okay. Now the corpse gatherer things, right?
Right.
Now they're practically mindless. They're robots. They don't get noise. So I have a feeling like they are perfect to put on the front lines as like a defensive shield.
Right.
So we start saying they don't move their fast bridge. Maybe keep Knights and the
You're cutting out, Josh.
the Grey Wolf tribe here,
You're cutting
like
out, Josh.
further in the back. God damn! I
It's okay. We can hear you.
you're cutting out.
True.
Okay. So. God damn. Anyway, so the idea here is we send the spike robots, okay?
Mhm.
Cross the bridge first, keep the archers and our knights sort of a little bit further in the back. And what we'll do is we'll have the archers try and pick off hang on, I got it. Pick off these guys, right? Archer versus archer. I mean, it's not going to be a great matchup given their height advantage, but they're drow. They're basically paper people, right? While they're doing that, we've got bombs. We've got archer, or we got giants throwing rocks. We got people working on this thing so that we don't have to fucking worry about it by the time our main forces get there, right? Meanwhile, we drop on in, and between us and B team, we deal with these guys and all this bullshit right here in the middle. Once we do that, they'll have pressure coming at them. They'll have an advancing force coming along this way. They'll have pressure down here and up here, meaning that if they want to reinforce this, they're going to have to pull away from their main defensive area.
Never pull away when you feel pressure.
Never pull out.
If we could somehow have the giants throw smashes up here with these illithids, I have a feeling they would have a very unfortunate day. The one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to throw rocks or explosives at the gate itself.
I was
Why
just
not?
going to say rain hell down upon all of them universally, because we don't have any interest in anyone alive in there, do we?
They are.
Well, no, but
too.
but the one thing we don't want to do is we don't want to blow up the gate, because then people can't get in there.
Can we blow up everything besides the gate?
I mean, probably.
I think I mean if we've got the explosives, maybe,
Wait.
but I mean.
So
I've been
I'm
talking to
just
my
looking.
gnome buddy over here, and we do seem to be semi-well prepared.
Something I see here is this area right here on the map. It looks like it's more a wooden structure, so something that's maybe fallen down before. Maybe that's a weak point. Same with here, in this area. Should we go after with fire? Wood, fire? Maybe?
Do you know how long
Yeah,
it takes
I mean,
wood
yeah,
to burn
like
is
that's
the issue.
Well, I mean, the other issue is, well, yes, those are good points. Those are good points to attack. I don't see why we shouldn't burn them. It's just that we shouldn't rely too much on that, because remember, even if we take out a section of the wall, there's still the sheer cliff they have to get up.
That's true.
That's why we just throw explosives at them. Make them
Again,
come
if
out.
we got the explosives for it, then I don't know. Well, here's the other concern. either they come out or they'll dig themselves in. At which point, that's probably the worst case scenario. If they dig themselves into into that fortress, that means that it's nothing but a war of attrition trying to cut our way through.
True.
Again, I think a
More
multi-point attack.
explosives.
I think a multi-point attack. Our best guys here in the middle, messing up everything, picking off these guys. Meanwhile, our secondary heavy hitters targeting this point down here. I have a feeling that would probably scatter them enough.
Should we delay the second team's onslaught so that the first team grabs enough aggro?
What is aggro? Can you give me a 2-second description?
That question is making me aggro, you know?
Oh, there's
Yeah,
a famous
kinda actually
crack.
do.
I think we could probably safely. I think we could probably say. I can think we could probably safely go ahead and send the robots in first. No, I mean they're slow, so we have to account. That. But to go ahead and send
Do
them
the,
in. I don't
the-
think they're going to take to cross the bridge. We drop.
Oh, do the knights have like some bows as well?
What kind of flying support did we have?
I think just us.
Yeah.
How many giant robots do we have? This annoying, difficult kind?
I think 4.
4 squads, 4 units.
Okay, so my idea, any chance, say, maybe our good friend here, Agony, can turn us into something large flying that can drop a couple of these things into even more peculiar and bad places for them?
Yeah, how many smashes can we load up
Can
onto a Quetzalcoatl?
Or a rock?
Quetzalcoatl's pretty big.
You know, the giant eagle.
Yeah,
bird
but
thing
again,
rock.
it's true. Also, remember though that its bones are not solid.
But like, all I'm saying is we just need something large enough that can drop 1 or 2 into the base behind the walls as a, oh god, we have to deal with that problem. Don't look what's going on outside.
Well,
kind of thing.
I mean, that was part of the plan, except instead of the robot.
Oh no, I don't want to get dropped in there. They're going to be raining down explosives on that place.
That was us. Then why would we drop the robots, John?
They're expendable?
They're expendable, but it doesn't mean we just blow them up for no reason.
I pat one of the smashes that you're not expendable. Don't listen to them.
That really
And again, maybe we
wasn't-
should find out just how many. Again, let's find out just how many explosives we have and what their nature is. If we're talking boom boom, that's great. If we're talking like Molotov cocktail, that's a different. I'm sorry, if we're talking about a Malharani cocktail.
What if we're talking like atom bomb? That would solve our problems pretty quickly.
I don't know who Adam is, but if he's got a bomb, he can bring it.
I have fireballs. We have fireballs.
We have
What happened to that
balls.
lich?
The Lich gave us potions of mind shielding. A whole batch.
Oh, that's
We
good.
should drink those before
Alright.
we fight anything that would attack the mind.
Which is
Right,
what
right,
we're
before
going
we-
to.
you're
I
right.
think we're
Yeah.
going to each need one before we get into the deepest part of the temple.
Yes.
So we'll keep
Because
those for
if
later.
we drink it, they won't get to the deepest part of our minds.
Right.
No, they will not.
Okay, so are we doing a strike
no, they will
team then
not.
to
Oh, boy.
open the gate?
My plan is not accounted for that. My plan is create enough havoc where their guys who are on the gate have to desert it. And then we'll just bust the fucking thing down. Or
I mean-
you give it depending on how
Okay.
well we do in the center, we might be able to like go and try and open it ourselves. I don't know.
We also need
Or-
ladders.
We can also have A team
Or
go for the entrance, like to get deeper in, while B team goes and tries to open the gate.
What if the giants throw the gnomes into the compound?
No.
So A, B team, whatever. We provide distraction in the court, and then you have the invisible, and he does air quotes, crow open the gate.
Oh,
Do we have parachutes?
If the mechanism, if he can do it, I could do that. Yeah. I don't know, like what the gate can. If it's a giant lever, I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. But we can certainly try. There's no harm in it.
Come on, use his fucking knowledge of physics. Leverage, man, leverage.
Well, I don't. Well,
I don't have time for Orpheus to make a giant lever.
Well, no, he's got to use like something like a rope that you can then pull and then use to pull down the already large lever.
What if we just wing it?
I think that's a plan. I think that's how we're getting into the center.
So, fun fact: everything we're gonna do, we're gonna make this whole session is just planning, and then next session it is all going out the fucking window.
So your current plan right now is to drop into the center of this courtyard
I
With-
guess.
with A team and B team, and just go nuts with A team and B team to then try to
While the rest of our allies create chaos, trying to get
We're the
up
sacrificial
to the front
pawns.
gate.
we're the chaos. They are the steady sort of advancing tide. If we can
Do we have a
clear off
cloud?
this, if we can clear off this area enough, what we can do is we can have those knights bring some of those ladders that the gnomes mentioned. Start like using ladders to start scaling up. And here's the thing: here's the thing: if things start going like haywire, remember how I said we need to have a little bit of wiggle room? If we're here in the middle, we can, and things start getting weird, we make a break for the exit or for the entrance into the deeper tunnel. That's our wiggle room.
Sounds like a plan.
Legal.
So I think based on this plan, since A team and B team are dropping in first, I think maybe we actually just like put your characters on the map here if you can get there. I don't know what your plan is to get there. But if you can get there, we can put your characters on the map, and I can put these monsters out here, and you can fight them old school, normal D&D fight style.
Maybe.
While in the background,
Maybe.
the walls explode around us and
Yeah, exactly.
epic action scenes happen.
And if Zygus doesn't have to be one of the polymorphed Quetzalcoatlus flying people in, they can drop some hypnotic patterns as we're kind of flying above to kind of like, see control some of the like drow groups potentially.
In terms of flying, like we can do a twinned polymorph, and I've got fly. So I mean, between that, I think we could probably get what we need.
Because if we can drop a hypnotic pattern, at least one of these, like you mentioned, like this like area right here is our most like dangerous for the people advancing. So we hypnotic pattern this group right here. I don't think it'll work on the mind flayers; probably be too risky. But if we hypnotic pattern these, then it's just the mind flayers on here that are like the first wave for the people advancing in.
Honestly, best hypnotic pattern targets are actually probably going to be Earth cultist guys.
That's
Like
a good point.
like our Boule dude or Gate guys, all that jazz.
That's true.
What's
Sure.
the
Because
what's like the area of effect for hypnotic pattern?
A hypnotic pattern is a 30-foot cube, and the range is 120 feet.
Yeah, so you could get like all of like one of those big units of dudes, whichever one you wanted to target.
Okay, so yeah, as we fly in, we can pick one of these units to try and hypnotic pattern to kind of have them, hypnotized for a bit to kind of delay their response. Because it'll last.
Yeah,
Up
I think
to
our
1
I think
minute.
our best bet would actually be the Boule guys, because that does a couple of things. Number one, it's a high value, or it's a high value target. Two, it is a thing that like it takes pressure off of us there in the middle. And 3, they're particularly vulnerable to, and 4, they're also, now that I'm looking at this map, they have the potential to be the most dangerous thing on this fucking map because they can burrow out of the sides of the fucking cliff.
Oh, that's a good point.
Or they could just burrow under the fucking path. Like those things are busted as shit on this map. So if we can lock those things, and I think I may have just like oversold this, but that or just gave Eric some points. But the point is, no, I'm sure Eric's smart enough. He's been doing this long enough. He knows. He put them there for a reason. Man doesn't put an armored dinosaur up and not know. The point is like if we can get that thing locked down, like that'll make our lives a lot fucking easier. Earth cultists in this economy. I mean,
and hopefully,
All right.
I don't have to talk to Helen Ray at any point.
I'm sure if we just sit down with
yeah,
her and
fuck that bitch.
explain...
Let's just murder her. No.
No more murdering.
If we would just
Well,
explain
we're about
our
to do a bunch of
side
murdering,
in,
but-
in the end of the world, you know, sure she doesn't want the world to end. Unless we took her reason for living in the world away, which we might have done.
Well, according to what Shorelar said before, they wanted to cleanse the entire world of everything, good and evil. So, you know.
Perfectly sane position there.
This is why I did what I did.
All right. So are we ready to move?
For better or worse, I think
Uh,
it might be.
I think this is the plan. I think what we need to do is this is our plan. I think we need to get a rest. I'm a little tapped out at the moment. Get our shit together, and first thing in the morning, or whatever passes for morning here, hit them as hard as we got.
I'm gonna ask the orgy dwarves if they have any really good like chefs who can make, you know, a feast of heroic proportions or anything.
So I guess we are waiting a day anyway.
Oh,
See,
one
maybe
quick,
there isn't.
Oh,
any
we'll
kind
have
of-
a feast. Don't you worry.
Will it be
Oh.
heroic?
No
Wink,
eating
wink,
ass.
Nudge, nudge.
Oh, one quick plan question before we
Oh no,
break
I mean
for that.
legitimately. I'm trying to find somebody who can cast Hero's Feast.
Oh no, Hero's Feast is a fucking orgy. He's a dwarf.
That would be amazing, to be honest.
No. No.
Just to run down the plan again real quick. At the front, trying to avoid the orgy. Let's talk about plans some more.
I just went to them because they're all clerics. I thought clerics are the ones who cast Hero's Feast.
Sablin, don't you have that girl, that druid? Where's she at?
I wish I knew.
Speaking of trauma.
I'm sorry for bringing up the trauma.
No, it's okay. I just
I thought she might have been here.
I wish she was. I'm feeling kind of down today for some reason. I can't quite pin it.
It's probably the orgy music that they're playing over there.
Oh yeah, it's
very erotic.
Oh, memories.
Memories.
She taught me how to play.
Camel somewhere?
She taught me how to play music and bring back some old memories and yeah.
Sablin, did you? Did you?
Did I what?
Never mind.
He already said that he did.
He did, baby.
He did.
Yeah.
You hear a dwarf say from around the corner.
Remember the truth or dare session?
I don't remember yesterday.
Gonna say, why do you ask questions you know the answer to?
It's been a very long 10 days.
Agony, if I gave a good enough, like, a more detailed enough description of her, could you sit sending to her?
I still couldn't.
Okay. No
What
worries.
about a scry? Yar.
I can't scry people.
Ow, I hurt my eye. I'm gonna put an eye patch on.
Felicia, your eye is fine. Take that thing off. You look ridiculous. Where did you even get one of those?
Artemis walks up and like snatches out of Palusa's hand. That is Orpheus's. It goes with his pirate costume.
Damn it.
All right, so you all are gathering to rest the night before you go on this big, before you go enter the approach this big
Sandman.
battle. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the dwarves do host a giant feast. All of your allies are there, feasting with you. There is a kind of excited but fearful energy in this group, as you know the world will end if from what you've told them, if they don't succeed, and they're about to go fight a bunch of crazy monsters, and you told them about how they suck your brains out and everything like that. So
Did we find someone to cast Heroes Feast?
So you enjoy this wonderful, delicious feast, and in fact, I would call it a heroic feast.
Awesome. That
So we'll
will
give
help
you
anyone who takes part.
we'll give you guys that, because they are a bunch of clerics here, and if they could bring back Sabelin from having his brain eaten, they can cast Heroes Feast. So I'm gonna post that in the chat.
Hey. Yeah, what is yours?
Yeah, what does it do?
It's basically like a HP bonus, saving bonus. It just is an all-around good thing to have before going into a big bad battle.
Oh,
So let me roll. I'll roll 2d10.
Okay.
Everybody's maximum hit points are increased by 7 for the next day.
Yo.
And you're immune to being poisoned or frightened for the next day. And you have all wisdom saving throws with advantage for the next day.
Wow.
That's like, I figured that's the best call, is to have that in case, since we're not going to be, fighting illithids.
Yeah, being immune to poison will be really nice against all these drow.
So I just, because I've seen it, man, it can come in handy. Even 7 extra HP is fucking huge. And just because the way it does work, this feast can apply to anyone who eats it, including hopefully all the people who are going into war with us.
Absolutely, everybody gets
so there, you know what I mean?
vitalized by this feast.
Oh, there we go.
Even the robots.
I don't know the robots.
Hey, it's an orgy feast. Even the robots can take part.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think robots.
Is there oil in the feast?
Yes, there is in fact lubricants in the feast.
That makes sense. Seed oils.
Olive oil, whatnot. Grapeseed oil. Peanut oil, but you gotta be careful. Many
Don't
people
say
are
that.
allergic.
We can't have grapeseed oil.
I won't partake in this.
More for me! And he just starts downing oil.
This is delicious.
So you all enjoy your feast the night before the battle.
Yes.
It's the night before the battle.
Yes.
If I return to you.
I heard Sablin plays music for...
Palouse, I found. Look, they brought an extra treat for you. I think they have an extra log around here somewhere.
Oh, yes,
You want some dessert?
wood.
Ha! Called it.
No, I don't want wood. Artemis, go away! I'm talking to Agony.
Huh? Just trying to be helpful.
So, Agony, Sablin
I can hear my name. What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
played music for the druid lady.
I heard you say my name. What's up?
I'm supposed to be in private right now.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll let you guys get back to it. Yeah.
John,
Do you need some
we
wood?
talked-
I heard some of you guys needing wood. I saw Armus walking by with a log. I can go ask him if he wants to bring that round back.
You see John like
What's
standing
that
next
table?
to
And you
just
want to see
going,
the
like,
log?
Yeah, I'll see that log. I go off to go meet up with Artemis to look at that log. You guys have fun.
John just goes, God damn it, you
See, I don't
ruined
even
it,"
know
and
where
then
they
he
got this
leaves
thing.
the
I think
room
it's-
even though you didn't
I
know he
think
was
it's a
there.
maple.
Maybe after the battle we can pick this back up again.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Oh, my eye!
Palouse, really, you are fine. Let me look at your eye. Come here.
No, I
John, why
can't.
are
I
you
need-
glistening?
I need to put a patch on it.
Was I listening? You can't prove I was listening.
No, why are you? No, why are you glistening? Are you like? Why are you shining?
I'm shiny?
Shine.
Never
He's
mind.
pregnant.
Oh, yeah,
Never
no,
mind.
you missed one hell of a fucking party, man. I just go around the
I
corner,
see.
take a left, eat some ass, man. It's amazing.
I wasn't a fan of the ass eating, but the oil was amazing.
By the way,
Artemis,
ass
go
is
the
just
opposite
pulled
direction.
pork butt, so you're fine. Don't worry.
No, I'm good. You know, I'm fine.
Pulled pork
Yep.
butt,
No,
man.
don't need any of that.
Oh my gosh, Kebu, they have so many desserts. Did you like try this dessert? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, yeah.
Even she's there.
Ow, my eye!
Oh my god.
Gosh,
Have
is
you
something
guys
going around? Not you
I don't know,
too.
but I'm gonna put this eye patch on.
tried this fucking fettuccine? It's amazing.
Oh my gosh, yes, Eek. It is. I had some, and you should.
I did
totally
not
have more.
know, like, I swore you should avoid the cream sauce at an orgy, but, like, this is good.
It was
Hey,
really
the Albert-
will eat this fettuccine for justice.
Hey, the owlbear.
Now here you go.
You know,
Now
you
here
know
you go,
what
Spare. Here, have some. Ah!
Hey, the owlbear. You want to know what I think about this whole thing? Adults are fucking weird.
True.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's pretty fucking weird. I mean, being an adult myself, I would, I can't necessarily agree, but I think a lot of adults probably are weird. I feel like it's probably a thing.
Yeah,
You wanna go-
as a fellow, famous music artist who is also an adult, I find this, just not quite cool enough for you and
go-
I.
You want to go do like not weird adult stuff?
Oh yes, please.
Are they playing
I got Uno.
dubstep at the
Are they
orgy or
involved?
something?
What?
Please just play cards or something. These guys are creeping me out.
A new ship?
Yeah, I brought Uno. It's okay.
There's
Sick.
always been a ship, right? You just didn't notice.
His Xbox didn't come with Uno.
You're better off. Uno's for the devil.
The only sex spot here is me. More oil.
Okay, hold on. We're running low, but I can go get some more.
Any side characters we forgot? I think we hit them all at this point.
I think we've hit everybody. Yeah.
They're
Clunkers,
clunkers.
how did you get here?
In comes Groom going, sorry. He came with me. Man, they needed a lot of pickles.
Did the pickles improve Heroes Feast by any chance?
Absolutely.
Of course
But not
they
in the
did.
ways you're probably thinking.
All right, so you're getting ready for your rest. Anything else anyone wanted to do during this party? Again,
Agony.
everyone, go ahead.
No, that's it. I was answering your question.
Agony.
I want a high five somebody.
Yeah, I mean, if you go up for a high five, there's a number of people who would happily return.
Just go around high-fiving everyone. Let's do this action sequence style, as we're going out.
Yeah, some are more enthusiastic than
Skill
others.
challenge. Skill.
I just love that. It's just a quick, just hard cut, just montage of just John's hand, just high fiving a dozen different shaped hands.
Yeah, there's like robot hand, There's stone giant hands. There's gnome hands.
The next day,
Absolutely.
Artemis is like, "Why are you holding your arm? Is it hurting?" Yeah, I was using it a lot last night. Gross. He's just high-fiving all night.
And then Eek walks by. Did you try the cream sauce?
Gross.
But no, I've got a thing, but not during the party, probably.
I've also got a quick thing as well.
All right. So the party starts dying down. The folks start to kind of get ready to take their rest. A lot of energy to wake up and get up in the morning. A lot of people keep coming to you guys and just kind of looking for reassurance. As, like I said, most of these people have never been in such a serious fight. I guess the Knights of Samular are probably pretty steeled, but and the robots don't really come to you. But but the gnomes and the dwarves, the Grey Wolf tribe, even some of the giants are just kind of speaking with you throughout the night, looking for
them-
reassurance that you are the soldiers and the warriors that you claim to be.
I tell them,
The one thing you can do is stick with your allies. You know, the friendships and bonds that you've made, they're strong. And they will give you power that you would never have thought you've had. So lean into it. And help everyone out that you can.
They seem uplifted by these words and kind of stick together a little more closely with their comrades after you say this. So the party starts breaking up. Y'all are getting ready for a rest. The A team and B team, I guess, are pretty close with each other now that they've gone on a couple adventures together. So are possibly camping near each other or together. But y'all set up for the night and are just kind of winding down, preparing to begin your rest. Is there anything folks would like to do as you're now just kind of winding down, preparing to sleep?
I'm going to take my sword, and I'm going to start talking to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, it sounds like tomorrow you're going to finally get to eat some souls. I know you've been wanting to do that for a while, and I guess tomorrow's the big day, huh?
Yes, I feel power down here. Great power.
What is it about souls that makes you want to consume them so much?
It is through this consumption that I grow in strength. We must ever grow in power.
I mean, is there a certain quality about the souls that gives you this power, that kind of gives you this fulfillment?
The voice from the sword, Abyssia's soul, kind of pauses for a second and I never really thought about it.
I'm gonna
For the power.
Good call. Have your weapon go into an existential crisis right before battle.
I want to try something real quick. I'm gonna pull out my ocarina and I'm gonna try and just play it a song. Play it a song that comforts me. The one that Kellis taught me a long time ago.
Do 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 do.
Do-do-do-do.
So you play this. If you play this song, and so you feel as you're attuned to this sword. You've felt before, like when you strike down foes, how the sword kind of responds, and it's kind of bolstered in its strength. It has kind of the inklings of the same feeling now. And you hear in your mind the sword says, if not by defeating others, where do you find your power?
I find it in just wanting to protect my friends, wanting to keep living, want to keep seeing things that are beautiful, keep hearing music like this. I keep playing.
The sword remains silent for a while. And again, you kind of feel attuned to it. You feel this energy as it's kind of coming to life, though it's remains silent. And once again, you hear in your mind, you hear the sword say, "You do have great power. You stood against Abyssia in her full form and lived to tell the tale. Maybe you know a thing or two about strength and power."
I just know about wanting to live so I can continue to see my friends and be around them.
You sword remains quiet for a little bit longer and says again, "It's interesting. I've never gained power from others in this way.
I think it's the only way
I'll
to
think
really
on this."
to get real power. Oh, go ahead.
He just said, "I'll think on this."
Thank you. And I just gonna keep playing for a bit longer until, decide to wrap it up and go to sleep.
And you feel like there's again this the kind of longing that you and emptiness that you felt in your connection with your sword doesn't seem to be there so strong in this moment. Like it's still there, but it's affected by your words and your music.
Nice. And that's my bit.
Would anyone else like to do anything before they rest on the eve of this?
John's
Great
gonna
battle.
find his father, his stepdad, and basically just have a nightcap and reflect on the events that have led to this and the hope of, maybe putting an end to it all.
Yeah. So Oscar, is glad to see you, and he says, "Oh boy, I'm so proud of you. You came down here. You did all this. You're sacrificing yourself. You've gathered all these people to help save others. You truly are a chip off the old block." And he kind of punches you on the shoulder.
And I kind of look at him and go, maybe we'll finally have an end to all this after tomorrow.
That's what your mother would want, certainly.
And hey, after that, I could, become a king or something, I guess.
If that's where your heart brings you.
Not my heart, but certain other parts do speak loudly.
Yes, I
Well.
do want to bang the Drow Queen.
He laughs and smirks at that, and he says, "I'll just tell you, son. It gets dark down here. You'll miss the sun. Make sure you have an exit plan if you step back in with those folk."
He kind of just giggles to himself. He goes, "It's dark down in a lot of places, but hey, that's the fun."
Well, whatever tickles your fancy, I suppose. and the two of you continue to kind of drink together.
There's some
and,
reminiscence, and yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, and he's just like very happy to be with you, as I'm sure you are to be with him after so many years, and you two enjoy together and talk a little bit too about what's to come and kind of steel each other up for the upcoming day.
That's it for me.
All right. Anything else before?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Artemis is probably like standing in front of some dwarves. He's still got his ledger out. He's like, okay, now listen, we don't have that many fucking diamonds, so try to avoid the whole dime thing. Can't guarantee you'll come back. So anyway, yeah. So if you could just not die, that'd be great. Okay, yep. Enjoy the rest of your night.
I'm planning to.
Okay, good, because we definitely do not have the logistics for all of it.
They're sweating.
Also,
but
we
as
did
he-
not pay our life insurance premiums.
But as he's walking down, he's like flipping through the ledger, checking off he's got a little checklist, and gets the last entry. All right. And knocks on Agony's door.
No.
Well said.
Not right now, Max. Go to tablet, dude. No. Max. Go on your tablet. At the worst possible time.
I could come back.
Artemis,
no. No.
That was adorable.
Yeah, super cute.
Very cute.
Yes? Come in.
Yeah, Artemis comes in. He's like looking at the ledger. He's like, Agony, yeah. So I just wanted to go over some stuff. We're running low on material components, so if you could just like be careful with what you got. I mean, we got a little sulfur here. We should wait. Do you even use these things?
Not at all.
Oh,
My staff acts as a focus, as does my necklace.
okay. Yes, yeah, nerd stuff. Anyway, so okay. Well, then I guess I don't have to worry about that now. Closes up the ledger. Just one other thing before I go. So you remember how you were offered a deal by a mutual acquaintance? I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yes, I remember.
That okay. Given the stakes, maybe be open to an idea, to the idea. I'm just, look. I could probably get you get you some sort of good arrangement, something like that. I could negotiate with you or something like that. I bet we could probably get
negotiations. It's she wants my soul, and that. Oh gosh, she has beard.
How did he get beer?
Why do I feel like Josh is offering you an extended warranty?
Max is like I learned by watching you, Dad.
He can't open it. It's closed, but
Get this man some juice.
It's a good choice. It's a good test. I haven't had a Heineken in a long time.
it's good shit.
Artemis, I don't think there is wiggle room. She wants my soul. There's no wiggle room.
Listen, there's always wiggle room, okay? If you want it bad enough, there's wiggle room, okay?
What kind of wiggle room is there to soul for powers?
Okay, listen, number one, okay, the whole soul thing, I think you're being very unreasonable about, okay? But more to the point, okay, point is that, listen, she clearly wants your soul, right? Well, if you are murdered by illithids or crushed beneath the falling masonry, then she's not going to get that soul, right?
Right.
Okay, so just point out the fact that she has, she has an interest in seeing you, make it through this. And even if you like, maybe you're not willing to part with your soul, but you might be willing to part with something else, and that would, in exchange, she could give you power, which would ensure that you stick around long enough for her to try for your soul in another way.
I don't think there's anything else that she would even trade that I could give her that isn't my soul for power.
Well, again, but yeah, if you die because you didn't have enough power, that doesn't benefit her at all. So,
Well, that's too bad. She cannot have it.
Okay. Listen. You're doing it again.
Doing what? What am I doing?
You're doing the thing you always do. You're not listening.
I am listening.
No, you're doing the thing you always do where you are not listening and you have dug your heels into something and you are just adamant about running away from the situation.
I'm not running away from the situation. I can handle it without her power. I can.
Mm-hmm. And here's my question to you. Is that you talking, or is this, again, you running away?
That's me talking. I'm confident. I'm confident in
You're not confident.
myself.
Oh, no,
I'm
no, no,
confident
no, no.
in our whole team.
Okay, listen. You ain't confident about jack shit. You're the one who sat there and confided to me, Artemis. I worry about failure. I worry about succeeding. You aren't confident about jack shit. If you're confident about stuff, you make your own decisions in life.
I couldn't make my own decisions in life for more than half of my life.
And lo and behold, you still aren't, even after that stage has passed.
My decision is now that I will not let her have my soul. I am making that decision.
You're making that decision, but why are you making that decision? You're making that decision for the same reason you make every decision. And it's because you're scared of making the decision based on what you want. Everything you do, whether it is dancing for some Claude out in Thay, or preening to that mentor that gave you that little necklace around your neck, or sitting there and trying to be the person that Palouse wants you to be or thinks you are. The fact that you're even out here is because somebody or something else told you to do it. Because you refuse to make your own decisions based on what you want. And you're sitting here talking about how, oh, well, I'm not doing the soul thing. And you know what? If I thought for a second that was because that's what you really thought, and that's what you really wanted, I'd buy it. But I think you're just scared to negotiate with it. Again, I gave you an argument you could feed to her to try and get something out. Maybe not wager your soul. Although, even if she did get a hold of your soul, so what? We'd find a way to get it back.
I mean, I don't know logistics of what devils do or whatnot.
Well, I don't know the logistics of giant magic gems and shit, but we're neck deep in that. So if something happened with the gem,
look, if things get really, 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 really into shit, maybe I might consider a deal. But I don't feel like I need it at the moment.
you cut out for me. What did you say?
Oh, I said, if things really, really, really get to shit, I might consider the deal. But not until things get to really, 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 really shit. But for right now, I'm not taking a deal with her.
Are you at least willing to negotiate in some way?
I mean, I don't. If you could throw ideas as to how things could be negotiated.
Again, your soul is valuable to her, and even if you're not willing to give it to her now, you might be willing to do it some way down the line. So she might be willing to give you power now to give herself that opportunity down the line.
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt she'd.
Of course you do, because again, there you go, run away again.
You don't know that. Whatever. You have your answer. I'm not doing the deal now. Can I not just do that?
If you... Yes, you can obviously do that. You're your own woman. You can make your own decisions. It's just that I look at you and I don't see you making your own decisions. I see you making decisions because you're scared of the consequences, not because it's the thing that you want to do.
It's fine to be scared of the consequences.
Obviously, consequences matter, but you live your life hiding away. You live yourself. You live your life like you never got free. Again, you take orders from everybody else. You spend your whole life trying to please everybody else to fit what they want you to be instead of just being you. And you should be you. Because you are enough. You are more than enough.
Well, thank you.
Now, again, make the decision you want, but make it because it's what you want. Not because you're too scared to do it, or because it's what your master, or your teacher, or your god, or Palouse, or hell, even me, want. Do it for you.
I do want to do this for me. I want to do this without her help for me.
All right then. Well, if she comes a knocking tonight, you explain that to her. And when we make it out of this, you remember what I said, okay?
Of course. I'm sure you will be there to say I told you so.
Well, I mean, yes, but talk about the other stuff, but sure. Point is, I know it's scary. Lord knows I've made mistakes of my own. I've made more than my fair share of mistakes. But I've heard it said that you should live your life without any regrets. But the way I see it, that's bad advice. Regrets are the scars a person earns living a life that's free. We all make mistakes. We all have things we regret. If you walk around without any regrets, all that means is that you didn't live your own life. Sometimes you gotta take those chances, okay, kid? You gotta throw the dice. You gotta gamble.
True.
Here, I'll show you. And like Artemis will grab her and kiss her.
She's gonna let it happen for a sec.
Okay.
And blush and turn away. I didn't think you would. You did not just do that. No one has kissed me.
So, I feel like we could talk about this when it's all over, right?
Artemis, it's not that I don't. It's that I.
Can we talk about this when it's over? Because we're both still here, right?
Artemis, I love Palouse. You know that. And it's not that I don't
I think
like you,
Mhm.
but I don't know how I could tell Palouse that. I'm still scared of that too, I guess.
when this is all over, I'm taking a journey. I hope you're there with me. Or, at the very least, you found something that you want to do. Try taking a gamble sometime, kid. See you around.
Good night.
Artemis just sort of waves on his way out. And I think that's what Artemis is doing tonight.
I'm just like
Alright.
staying there dumbfounded.
Agony sits there dumbfounded for a while. The night descends on you. I guess it's hard to see because you've been underground anyway, but people start to all go to sleep. It gets quieter. Anything else we'd like to do before we go to sleep?
I might go find Palouse and ask if I could sleep with him tonight.
Well, how does that look?
How does that look exactly?
I mean,
Do we have rooms? How does
I
this look
guess.
like, Eric?
Probably, I guess.
Describe-
Yeah, yeah. For
describe-
a place for
Let's see.
sleep.
You're in this you're in this big like temple kind of. So they're like little offshoots of rooms. I think because it's so packed right now with all these different people visiting, I imagine a lot of you are probably sharing rooms and have like bedrolls on the floor. I would say though that they would have offered you guys private rooms because you're like
The heroes or something.
the yeah, you're the heroes who have kind of gathered all of them here. So
I was about to ask, like, who all was watching me talk to my sword about eating souls, and then started
Yeah.
playing music to it?
So they would have like given
John.
you they're small. They would have given you like small little rooms that that people attending to the temple would have stayed in, but you can each have like your own private room.
John would sleep with as many people as possible, like in a
Yeah.
social area kind of thing. Like,
Great, yeah.
why
John
go
turns
out-
down the private room and he's sleeping with a bunch of people.
Cuddle
There's definitely
bug.
like a big cuddle puddle happening.
Yeah.
Hey man, we all gotta work out our shit before we go to die.
Absolutely.
There's an oil-drenched Smashy at the very center of like, I've never experienced anything like this before.
Yeah, I'm gonna find Palouse and go to his room and knock on the door.
Yes, come in.
Well, Palouse,
Oh, Agony. Hello.
Like
Welcome.
it up over his chest. Excuse me, I'm naked.
This fig leaf is here so that you can't see my penis.
Just kidding. That didn't happen.
This eye patch is here, so you cannot see my penis.
I'm gonna
my
say, well, usually I feel a lot better at night when I'm around you. So I mean, I wanted to know if I could spend the night with you, and
Yes. Of course. You are welcome to my chambers.
And, well, you know, Artemis said something about doing things that
Artemis, yes.
I want. And
I know that you have feelings for Artemis.
no,
And I just quiet. I understand. I know that that he's a human, and I'm a gnoll, and it
And you're
makes
a
sense,
tiefling.
right? Because like gnolls and tieflings, that doesn't really work. But like humans and tieflings, that can be a thing. I kind of understand that, so it makes sense.
but I mean, I just want to tell you that I am in love with you, Palouse, and I have been for a long time. I just never really realized it, but I mean, yes, like you said, I've always been a little scared because of, my past. I never knew how to bring it up.
But I thought that you and Artemis were a thing.
Well, no. No,
What about that time in the river?
we weren't doing anything. I was taking a bath.
Are you kidding me? So he was sneaking up on you while you were naked?
I'm naked all the time. In front of
I'm gonna
everybody.
kill him.
No, you don't need to do that.
That pervert!
I'm literally naked all the time in front of everyone. Not all the time. Well, I've done it before. That is unrelated.
Agony, you took me in when I had nobody else. You saved me when I could have died. And for a long time, I felt like I owed you my life. But that sort of dependency, it removes a feature of choice. And I think that for a long time, I wasn't making a decision to be with you. It was almost thrust upon me from the universe. After you had made your decision with that water guy, I took deep in looking. I looked inward, and I thought about my dependency, and I think I grew a lot from that moment, in a good way. But now that I feel like I'm free to make my own choices, I still choose you. I still want to be with you.
And me with you too. When you left and you jumped off that waterfall, I didn't know what to do with myself. I had missed you so much, and I'm so glad that you're back.
I'm so sorry that I had to leave you. It wasn't really my choice.
I know, and it's all right. You're here now.
And I want to always be here. And I choose that.
And I choose that as well. If you would have me by your side.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, please.
Come.
I give her a hug.
Hug him.
I love you,
Would
Agony.
yell out down the hallway, I love all you guys.
Agony,
Also, there's very thin walls.
I love you too, Palouse.
I love you too, John.
Love you.
You
I
just
love you,
hear
John.
just hear muffled ocarina music from a few doors down.
Agony, I want to give you something.
What? What is it?
I take off my my necklace that I have.
You see this? This is, you've heard this story before, but to reiterate what happened. The last night that I ever saw my family, my tribe, I was out hunting. We were on the brink of starvation most of the time. And I was very, very hungry. It was a selfish decision. I wasn't really hunting for the tribe. I was more or less hunting for myself. And I came across a boar. And I made a kill, and I was bringing it back to everybody. Well, for myself mostly, but for everybody as well. And when I got back, my tribe was gone. But I still ate that boar. And I kept its tusk. I want you to have it.
Are you
And I give her my boar necklace.
Are you sure? Well,
Yes, I'm very sure. Because with you having it, it's like I'll always be there. No matter what happens.
yes.
Let's fuck.
Because of this, the gods of storytelling have deemed one of you must die. And because of this scene, the gods of storytelling deem one of you must die in this battle. Because you cannot be reunited.
Yeah,
Oh man,
never
these walls are
again.
thin. Starts playing the ocarina louder. Oh man.
So, all right. So that happened. So everyone starts going to sleep. I'm not going to even offer. Thank you all for your scenes.
You're done. You're all done. It's over.
But we do go to sleep now. And as we go to sleep, a couple of you have, well, I'll say all of you have dreams that night. John, you dream of your father and you tearing down these, kind of reclaiming, I suppose, the city of Belsamer, saving all of humanity together, arm in arm. And then you dream of a lovely night with the Drow Queen. Palouse, you dream of agony. You dream of a tribe, beginning a new tribe together with agony, with the friends you've made, not only including those who are immediately with you, but those who you've come to consider family. Sablin, you dream a bit of a darker dream. You dream of Abyssia, of the dragon. You dream back of the Lurkwood. You think of Kellis and that song. And you see the Lurkwood burning. And you feel the urgency to return. But in this dream, you feel hope. You feel hopeful that your journey's not done. And that your quest will bring peace to the Lurkwood. Agony. You dream terrible things per usual.
Yeehaw.
You dream.
Do I make a
You
check?
dream of the world falling apart. You have this dream, and you keep hearing what you said to Artemis. That, yeah, maybe once things go to shit, I'll make a deal. Right? You keep hearing that in your mind. And you see the world falling apart, being destroyed over and over again. And then you hear Rohini's voice in your mind, and you hear, when things go to shit, huh? Well, darling, things are going to shit. Don't worry, I'll be here for you when you're ready.
They've not gone to shit quite yet. Trying to
Artemis.
close my eyes and
Yeah, you try to block it out.
block her out.
Artemis, you dream, and in your dream, well, you tell me first. How does your dream start?
Artemis. Artemis is at like a, or maybe not a park, but he's like, yeah, he's like in like a backyard, of a mansion, and there's like a little swing set, and he's like pushing Katarina on a swing. Fiona's standing off to the side, maybe sitting under a tree, watching approvingly. Yeah, he's just playing with his daughter.
No agony.
You dream of this. You're pushing Katarina on the swing. Suddenly, as you're pushing her, you like kind of grab the swing to give her a push, and it like burns red hot. And Katarina just bursts into flame. No screams, no nothing. Everything around you, the world, just bursts into flame. Everything starts burning and quickly turning into ash. You're in this just
No.
ashen, bare landscape. And through the smoke, you see a familiar figure as Rohini approaches. Hello, darling. You've been doing
Rohini?
very well lately.
Thank
I'm so
you.
proud of your work in Westbridge. You really turning into the little devil. And she kind of pokes you on the nose.
You've been holding back certain information.
Elaborate. She looks a little puzzled.
I know what you did to her.
To who? Our mutual friend?
Yes.
Nothing that she won't recover from. She'll be spending eternity with me, darling. It's nothing.
Artemis raises an eyebrow to that. Will she now?
Of course. She's mine, she says, and like her voice kind of gets deep and booming in your head. Her eyes kind of shine a little brighter. She almost grows a little bit in stature in front of you. She's mine. You're helping to make it so, yes? This is our arrangement.
I never agreed to that.
You really should think more before you make agreements. Think more about what's going on behind the scenes.
Fuck you. I'm held to my word. I'm held to the letter of our deal. Our deal never said anything about that. In fact, I do recall our deal stating that if you ever came into possession of her soul, it defaults to me. Even flipped a coin on it. So no, darling, she's mine before she's ever yours.
Her eyes get a little more red. And she goes, "You couldn't handle a soul like hers. What would you do with it?"
Doesn't fucking matter, because you're not gonna get a hold of it. She's never gonna take any of your fucking deals. She's smarter than that. Certainly smarter than me.
You both need me. Everything you love will burn.
Never said otherwise. That I don't need you. I don't need you to remind me of how useless I am without you.
Good. And she just rubs her fingers along your cheek. Let's keep remembering that.
But this is too high. This is too much. There's an entire world out there. Can't you have somebody else?
She has what I need. She's special, you know this. You know how special she is.
I
But
won't
don't
help
worry,
you.
according to you, she doesn't need my power. We'll see.
I won't help you hurt her. Or any of them.
It won't hurt. Don't worry. I'll help you. I'll help all of you. You'll see. Now sleep well, darling. Just keep doing your good work. She gives you a little kiss on the cheek. It burns.
I hate you.
She just laughs at that. And you hear her laughter kind of fade off as your vision fills with smoke. She disappears. All right. So, you all awaken the next day, ready to take on the city of Belsamer, the Temple of the Primordial, all of these drow and mind flayers and elemental earth cultists. And I think that's what we're going to do next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save
Oh,
the
I was
fucking
really
world.
hoping Rohini would come to me in my dreams so John could have an interesting time
Just
with
like,
her.
just like pops up in John's dream, like, the fuck I get here?
John,
The fuck
John's
is that?
just like, ooh,
The
I've
fuck
never
is
had
that?
this dream before.
the fuck are you?
Like, oh
There's
no.
dwarves everywhere.
Oh no, please.
I've never
Not
had
like
this
this.
dream before, but I'm down.
Not like this.
I have no skin to burn.
Yeah, sure, you
Actually,
have a weird...
Do Smashy's dream of electric demons, electric rings?
Yes. Smashy's dream of electric mind flayers.
Do I still have my point of exhaustion?
No.
Woo!
You don't have it because...
That'll help.
Yeah.
Or do I?
don't
Because,
have
you
it.
know, we wouldn't, never mind.
Oh,
How many...
Ignore me.
Oh, because of your traveling?
Never mind.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Traveling.
How much did you spend? How many points did you spend? Were you rested? Did you save it?
I guess the only thing I would have spent was to like descend sendings that day. So it's pretty much still at full. So I'm at like 61 out
it's
of
pretty full.
66. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that like you feel that still feel the necklace like tugging at you, right? because I don't know why I said no. You're not exhausted because she definitely is still
Fuck.
Yeah.
trying to drain you.
Mhm.
But I don't know what I was thinking. But
Trying to
but
be nice.
that being said, you did have like a pretty. Your previous day was just traveling there,
Mhm.
and you didn't really use any of your magic. So because of that, I'm gonna say, and because you've like rested well, you're feeling the comfort of your friends and Palouse. No, you don't get exhaustion tonight. You're coming into this ready to go.
Woo! We're gonna be
Especially-
fine, guys. We're gonna be fine.
We're
How
ready to
long
go.
have you had that point of exhaustion? Like real time?
Actually, just like yesterday, because it was gone before.
No,
Yeah.
like in
It
real
'cause
time, like our
sometimes-
time, it's been like 4 years.
Well, she doesn't
No, it
always
was like
fail
last.
to save.
It was last session that I got it.
Yeah,
So, like,
so
4 years
ago.
Yeah,
I thought you've had that
was
for like multiple sessions.
No, I did actually. It did actually zero out when Artemis did the first like dream thing.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think
that's right.
yeah, I think I
Yeah.
forgot that you ever got it back down to 0 after it started.
It did go down to 0 after it
Got
started.
it. Okay.
And then there have been some days because you have to make a check, and sometimes you've passed the check.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so on those nights you've gotten good sleep,
Mhm,
and so it's
mhm,
like
mhm.
gone down again.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been too bad.
Mhm,
You're
mhm.
often exhausted, but you
Yes,
haven't really
yeah.
gotten into like higher points of exhaustion.
I think the most I've had is 2,
Yeah.
but that's it. I don't think it's gone higher
Cool.
than 2.
Look, you can keep wearing it as long as you want. It'll be great. As long as I keep casting Dream, it'll even out. It'll be great. As long it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Everything's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it was great.
Everything's
All right. So next session, I'm gonna plan on you guys being the tactical drop team to drop in on these mind flayers and whatnot.
Welcome to Belsima, gentlemen. Chugga, chugga, chugga.
So I'm actually gonna change this map a little and put the actual like units on there, so you can just
Mhm.
jump in and start fighting shit and
Mhm.
fight your way through. And then you can still kind of direct the other guys, the other units as you see fit. But
So those are dropping both A team and B team into the center, if I recall correctly. How do we
Yeah.
handle that? Just have them all in the turn? Does we each control 2 characters during it, or
Oh,
maybe
that's a good question.
maybe separate fights.
yeah, maybe you can send them to like 2
Or we only
close
do one
nearby.
fight.
Yeah, I think if we have all of them, it's just going to take way too long.
So we should
So-
figure out
The
what
other
our
one, or
strike
make the other one a
teams
skill
are.
challenge or something. I feel like the last thing we want is like a 10-player fucking
Yeah.
fight.
yeah,
Agreed.
like, like one of the
Okay.
mechanics I was mentioned earlier was like having
Trust
A.
me, I get it.
And one of the mechanics I mentioned was having A team or B team accompanying some of the units to kind of give them a little bit of buffs, which wouldn't happen if we're both dropping in. So maybe B team can kind of, after they open the gate or whatever we have them do, then they can kind of go and jump between units, giving them a little more, little bonuses.
Yeah.
I also don't think we should be playing like B team at the end. You know,
I agree.
Yeah.
I think we should
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
be playing
so
A team.
Maybe we'll
So-
drop
so
in
we'll-
for the siege, but when we get like into the whatever
Yeah.
deep chambers, it'll be just us because they're gonna be up there helping the rest.
Yeah.
of the
Mhm.
Yeah.
siege.
Yeah, and we'll plan on when we do that fight, we'll just have it be A team. If you want to like send B team off and we can have a fight with B team too, you're welcome to. But I think to have them all in one fight would be a
Crazy.
little chaotic, a little
Yeah,
crazy.
I-
Take forever.
I like that idea.
You'd be sitting around too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to like B team, like us like using their mechanics to assist with the skill challenges going on the outside while we're in the center / getting in with A team.
Yeah, 'cause,
Yeah. That's
Zeke has
exactly
some
how it
fun
should be. Yeah.
moves he can do in skill challenges, like turning enemies on each other and stuff.
Yeah, and like
Yeah,
exactly. And
absolutely.
Ziggus has a bunch of fun like bard and his loot or their loot spells that can just do a bunch of different stuff. That'll be really good
that's
for
what
like
we'll do. We'll have
skill challenge
18
thematics.
We'll have A team in there like actually fighting, and then we'll kind of be abstracting like the rest of the fight that's happening around it.
Yeah. I feel like
And
that's
hopefully we'll get the feeling of a big epic battle as you guys fight in.
I
towards
have a
the
feeling
middle.
we will. Yeah.
It could be a thing like when we
And
get to like the
then-
top of the initiative order, just cuts to what other things are doing, and then back to
Exactly.
all
That's
of our
what I'm
turns.
thinking. We'll have like
Mhm.
at the top of initiative, we'll like kind of check in with whatever else is happening around. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think that's a great way to do it. Cool.
Alternatively, Eric, you could make it.
That's what
You could make it into a lair.
We'll do.
You could.
We'll
You
do
could
that
make it
next
into a
time.
lair fight.
We'll have the big ass fight.
Well, I think both people stopped talking at the same
out for me
time.
a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I was saying if you like another idea, you could turn into a lair fight, but the lair actions are like random shit from the outside battle intervening in here. So like suddenly rock from Stone Giant or something. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like that idea.
Or like how the skill challenge, like that we cut to resolves, could determine what that layer action ends up being. So it's like,
Oh yeah, that could be
so
cool.
it's like,
yeah.
So it's like if they succeed in rolling a rock to knock out some dudes, then when it cuts back to us, the layer action is rock comes in and helps us. If they fail the skill challenge trying to throw the rock, when it cuts back to us, the layer action is the rock, harming us.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eric's a DM.
But,
He's a good DM. He'll figure it out.
I trust Eric's call on this.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm just excited, so my ideas are just spinning up.
I'm excited. No, I love it. I love hearing your ideas, and I'm excited.
And Eric's gonna really
put.
put in the work and get us to have our mysterious character come back, our ranger friend, for one last session.
Ranger friend. You don't even remember him. His
Wait,
name's Halidor. Come on, man.
When all chips are down, when all resources are spent, and Rohini's standing there as the god queen of the
Halidor.
universe,
Out of nowhere.
Halindor steps up.
An arrow just goes into her heart, like, wait, whichever one of us does a bow and arrow, then cuts to Halindor in the back. Missed me, gun.
Like, I've been
He's probably
following
like,
you guys
hey,
all
guys.
along.
Eagle
It's what a
Street.
ranger does. Tracking.
I was here.
He's
the
like
whole
fucking
time.
rugged. He got ripped somehow. We don't even know. He has a fucking giant beard.
He
Like
got Palusa's
where
eye
did that
patch
come
somehow.
from?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Wearing an
He's
eye
an eye
patch.
patch.
Eye patch, yeah.
True. He's like, my depth perception might be bad, but I'm still great with it.
I'm a ranger.
He's just that good.
It's funny because like I'm trying to find this guy. I already did this, so I'm pretty sure it's not here because I'm looking again. But I like tried to find Patrick again because he's like not in my. It must have deleted after a certain time. My
If they deleted their
messages in
Roll20
Discord.
account too, it could have also.
I'll find him.
Yeah.
I'll find him right now.
But
Watch this.
But I was like, I did message him somewhat recently saying like we were reaching the end of our campaign and like, hey man, you should like come back and drop in sometime. And I think when I messaged him that and said we were reaching the end of our campaign, I think that was like 2 years ago.
It's all right. We're about to be in the final dungeon. It's gonna
He gets
happen.
back to you.
The classic French goodbye.
He gets back to you. Goes, yeah, man, cool. We'll see you in 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, because he did respond positively, but
That was a while ago.
yeah, I think I've lost him forever.
I'm
We're-
going
we're
back to the
actually
very,
at the
very
end
top
now.
of POTA Discord.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah,
you
like the
being
old,
there.
the door Discord, the old Discord.
I'm going all the way to the top. I'm trying.
You can
it takes a
search
little
by
while.
day,
I don't know how to do that. I'm too stupid.
Can you search the name Patrick or whatever?
I mean,
You
it
sort
probably
by
won't come
oldest?
up.
How do you? Why is it not letting
Where
me?
is
I'm
that?
scrolling.
User right now.
Scrolling.
There we go.
I'm in 2020.
Hold on, I could just see my oldest messages, 2017. Okay.
Oh,
hold
here's
on.
that disc. I was like, where
Holy
is that
shit, dude!
Discord?
How long have we been
Oh
playing
my
this
God.
stupid game?
Making 7 years.
But on that note,
27
guys, I'm
fucking
gonna
years.
call
What
it
the
a night.
fuck is
In
this?
July 21st.
Night,
2017.
Sam.
All right,
Good
Good night, everyone.
Night,
Good
Sam.
night, Sam. Good
Alright.
game.
Enjoy your last couple days of school for those who it matters.
Yes. And
Thank
do
you. I'll
hope
send
you
out
feel
a
better,
message
Sam,
and we'll
if you
plan
don't
our next
already.
session. And yeah, feel
Yeah.
better, Sam.
For the 90, like honestly, I'm 90% better.
That's
The
good.
worst is the first thing in the morning, and then yeah, I'm free any night for the most part. So
Cool.
Cool. Yeah.
Catch you guys later.
I'll send out a
Night.
message. We'll try to do it soon.
Night, dude.
Yeah.
Good night.
he is.
Night.
Also, I just want to say,
I think I'm
even though
gonna.
this session was like very RP heavy, I really liked all the segments we did.
I loved everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
10 out of 10.
It felt what,
I
Kyle?
was happy.
It felt really good. We got a lot of character just progression and kind of climaxes of arcs, and it was good. Very satisfying.
Every shipper was
Yeah.
happy.
brought the or-
Except for the actually no, even Kellis and Sable and Shippers got meat today.
Yeah, they got a little.
Yeah, I got a little something.
Oh, I think I found him, guys.
You found him?
Yeah, he did send messages in the old chat.
I know. I'm trying to find
my
it.
God.
I'll be there eventually.
Stop scrolling. Just search from
He's
your
still
oldest
scrolling.
message.
I'm scrolling.
What did you
I mean-
search for?
I searched for like me and my oldest messages just so I can get me to the top without having to
That makes
scroll.
sense.
And then I scroll down until I see him send a message.
Oh, got it.
I would assume that that's him because I don't know.
Mhm.
It's the only person I see that's chatting in there that I don't recognize.
Okay, I actually went all the way to the top by just doing that.
Yeah, he's
Let's
talked.
see.
Oh
Can I
yeah,
find it?
one old gamer.
Yeah.
I think
See
he's
if I
still
message him with
alive.
it.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's got his icon says Dungeon Master, so
Ooh.
that's good. Did someone just message him? He's not in this chat anymore.
No.
I know,
No.
but I'm
Jesus Christ, Ryan.
Are you
I got
pinning the
him.
message so that we find it?
we all have it now.
Okay, good.
You're welcome, everybody.
I've got a mutual server
Thank
with
you,
him?
Ryan. Thank you.
What mutual server do I
Is
have
it-
with him?
Oh.
Oh, it's a Foundry server. I've got a mutual with him.
Oh shit.
Well, that's weird.
What?
I don't got
All right.
shit.
Yeah, I don't got
Thank
shit.
you for your service. Thank you for helping me find him. I'm definitely gonna reach out to him.
Be like, okay,
Hey,
it's
listen.
2 years later. It's actually the end this
7
time.
years.
I'm not.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't listen
Remember-
don't listen to the last session. We might have said some things about you drowning in the hot tub. They just ignore all that.
That didn't happen. We retconned
Although
it.
maybe it'd be better to get him in a next adventure, like after this thing one shot kind of thing. So,
That could be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, just bring him in on the final. Just fuck it. It'd be fucking hilarious. Just like
We just do just a session of
that-
just cutting to him while he was in the shadows of every important thing we did, and he just goes up of levels in time with us.
sense. He's an
literally could
elf.
just be like
It-
the mysterious stranger from Fallout. Like he just comes in, shoots a fucking arrow, and then leaves, and like that's it. And that's all that it
Look,
is.
he's an elf. It's possible that he came in with the Grey Wolf tribe somehow and actually avoided
That's true.
seeing them the entire time they were there in the
Or
forest.
just deliberately avoided us the whole time. Like, oh
in
god,
the-
why did it pick me? Why did they send me? I was trying to avoid these guys.
In the background of every scene tonight, like there's been Hallandor trying to get our attention, just like waving his arm.
He's like there the whole time. It's like,
God, they just
guys.
keep on talking about relationship drama with each other. And he gets to talking to a sword. They won't even look at me.
he's like, wait, yeah, he's like,
and,
guys,
and all of us,
remember me?
and,
Remember
it's,
me?
and it's not that we don't notice him. It's that we keep going like, guys, who's that fucking weird guy? I keep trying to get our attention.
It would be really fucking weird to bring him back just because like we've have like such a deep relationship with each other for like 7 fucking years. And he was like the guy who joined for like 2 sessions and left, so it's like I feel like if I was in that predicament it'd be kind of weird.
Yeah.
We go through the photos of like all the memorable moments of the campaign, and Hallandor's been in the background of all of them, like in a horror movie. He's always been there.
It's always been there.
That's usually the bad guy who's always in the background.
That's the joke, yeah.
We're gonna find him.
Oh, maybe he's the
down
bad
in the-
guy.
Hallandor. It was Hallandor all along. That's why he left early.
Yep. He's actually been texting me the moves of the enemies the whole time.
Rohini? You
was
mean
the mastermind.
Rohalandini?
God, that was bad. I loved it.
Kyler, is
Like
you
it.
playing Sod?
I see Susan like sitting there with like the name of Rohini, and she's like, wait a minute, if you rearrange the letters and then like somehow rearranges it into Hallandor.
How these extra letters come in? I don't know. Rohina's Dravalorax, so you can do it.
So
The great Hallandor. That doesn't even match up. I am Hallandor. That is
I am Lord Hallandor.
Man.
I
Alright,
kind of
folks, I'm
want
gonna
to.
go to sleep.
I want to see that in a fantasy movie now. Like somebody who tries to do the anagram thing, has to add a bunch of fucking letters to make it work. Yeah, it's getting late.
Good night,
Yeah.
friends. Good game.
Good game.
I will see you next time.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Eric.
Catch y'all later.
Good
Night.
night.
Oh, and
Bye.
Susan, Nintera's going weekly, so we're playing tomorrow night. If you want to pop in.
Yeah, I
and,
saw
listen.
that.
Am I invited?
If you want to listen in, I don't think anybody's gonna give a shit.
Yeah,
Maybe.
let's do it.
Okay.
You can watch how a non-professional dungeon master runs a homebrew setting.